Hello and thanks for joining us. We have been following a hearing into the arrest of Ryan Duke and Bo Dukes. Both men are already serving prison sentences connected to the 2005 death of Tara-Grinstead. The two were back in court today and face additional charges in Ben Hill County.
They're asking the judge to throw those charges out. In May of last year, Ryan Duke was found guilty of murdering Grinstead, but he was convicted of concealing her death. Bo Dukes was also convicted in 2019 of concealing Grinstead's death. Ashlyn Webb joins us from Ben Hill County outside the courthouse.
Yes, all 8 hours of the hearing today was about answering the question, is it too late to try Ryan Duke and Bo Dukes here in Ben Hill County? The statute of limitations in this case is 4 years from the time the crime was allegedly committed to the time that they were indicted. Now, the men's lawyers argue that it is too late, but the state says that they still have legal ground. That's because the state says they didn't have probable cause until February 2017. That's when Ryan Duke confessed to murdering Tara Grinstead. But Duke and Duke's attorneys pointed out the Georgia Bureau of Investigation first received a tip about the two in November 2005. That was 2 to 3 weeks after Tara disappeared. Garland Lott told police he was at a party at a pecan orchard in Fitzgerald owned by Bo Duke's family. He says he overheard either Bo Dukes or Ryan Duke say they killed Tara Grinstead and burned her body. Lott took Irwin and Ben Hill County deputies to the spot where he believed Grinstead's body was burned. But Lott testified in Bo's trial in 2019 that law enforcement never contacted him after that.
Information, unfortunately, was believed to have been pursued and found as unfounded by local law enforcement, and we did follow up.
The GBI also interviewed Lott's employers in 2008. Former GBI agent in charge Gary Rothwell read off the transcript in court.
I think the boys' last names were Duke, and they might have lived off Pleasure Lake.
So you actually had a physical location as to where the boys may have lived?
That's what this report says.
Rothwell testified they were getting hundreds of tips then. These were all claims and often third-hand knowledge, but he says it was his fault that the GBI did not follow up.
Even though we know that the story ended up being, for the most part, true, and that's exactly where they found the body.
That's because it was corroborated subsequently, but the information that we had did not support probable cause.
In cross-examination, GBI agent Jason Shadell testified that they could have corroborated that information that they got in 2005 and 2008 when they received a tip in 2016, but they didn't know Bo and Ryan were already part of the case file. The defense is arguing that Bo and Ryan could have been charged back in 2005 and 2008. Now, the hearing wrapped up a little over an hour ago. It is set to continue, but no word on when that will be. Reporting in Ben Hill County, Ashlyn Webb, 13 WMAZ News.
Thank you, Ashlyn. And just to clarify, in May of last year, Ryan Duke was found not guilty of murdering Grinstead, but he was convicted of concealing her death. Bo Dukes was also convicted in 2019 of concealing Grinstead's death. Now, we may find out Wednesday if the judge is swayed. If he is, the charges could be tossed out. If not, the case goes forward.